Hi guys, today on Bank's Kitchen we are going to make some jollof rice, Sierra Leone jollof rice. Our jollof rice is different because we don't eat dry jollof rice. We make sauce with the jollof rice. So I'm going to do the sauce now that we're going to eat with the jollof rice. If you understand what I'm saying, I'm going to show you all the process. Yeah. In the pot, I've got some olive oil. I use olive oil to do my jollof rice because it's home cooked and it's not a lot of jollof rice I'm going to make today. I'm just going to make like just small portion. So I've got the olive oil. It's on the pot now. I'm just going to add the ingredients. I've blended all the ingredients. I've got in there scotch bonnet peppers, sweet peppers, chili flakes, paprika, garlic, basil, parsley, all blended. I've blended it, all of it. So now I'm going to pour it in the pot. So this is all the blended. So this is all the blended ingredients I'm going to pour now in the pot. And I'm still gonna have pour in some seasoning. I'm gonna do dry basil as well. I'm gonna put some, and then I'm gonna throw in some black pepper. And I'm gonna throw in some bay leaf, just to give it that oomph. And some salt. And the video is gonna be on Bank's Kitchen. So we're gonna let that simmer as well. I'm gonna put in a little bit of paprika. And just cover it so that it will simmer. So now everything is boiling away. I'm just going to add some puree. I'm going to add tomato puree. Tomato, and then give it a stir. Give it a thorough mixing. This is the gravy I'm making for the jollof rice. So really, we don't eat dried jollof rice. We have to make sauce for the jollof rice. So everything is inside. I blended everything. So I've added some tomato puree. And then I'm going to add more seasoning. I'm going to add rosemary as well. A little bit of rosemary in there. I'm using Norm Maggi cube. I'm using 4. And I'm going to add more puree to give it that red color. And then we're gonna leave it now to simmer for another 10 minutes. And then I'm gonna add the assorted meat. I've got assorted meat. It's already pre-cooked. I've got their chicken, goat meat, chicken, goat meat, oxtail, and smoked turkey wings. It's all be pre-cooked, so I'm gonna add it to the sauce. Let's give it 5 minutes more to simmer or boil, and then I'll add the meat because the meat is already pre-cooked. I didn't need to put it in to boil too much. So now I'm just gonna add the assorted meat. This is pre-cooked meat, so I'm just gonna add it to the sauce. I'm just gonna add this to the sauce and leave it to boil or cooked for another 5-10 minutes. This is the sauce for the jollof rice, because in Sierra Leone we don't eat dry jollof. Jollof has to have sauce. I'm making assorted meat sauce for the jollof rice that I'm going to cook. So now we're gonna leave it for maybe another 5 minutes. Guys, the smell tastes so divine. It smells so divine. You just wanna eat. You can use just one type of meat, but just I've got assorted meat in it. I've got chicken, oxtail, turkey wings, the smoked turkey wings, and I think I've got goat meat as well inside there. So every bite is a different taste. Every bite is an experience. That's why we do assorted meat. But you can use just one type of meat, maybe lamb or beef, to make the stew. Or you can use fish as well to make the stew for the jollof rice. But I'm using assorted meat. So I'm gonna cover it and then leave it to simmer for another 5 minutes. I'm also gonna add some green Scott bonnet. I'm gonna add some green Scott bonnet to give it that kick, and it gives it a nice flavor as well. Guys, it's coming together. It's going to be delicious. Guys, now I'm adding the spring onions. Adding some spring onions. So the sauce is almost ready. It's almost ready. So I'm not gonna put the rice in here. I'm not gonna add the rice in here. I'm gonna dish out this sauce and then put it in a separate bowl. And then in the same pot, I'll add the rice and cook it. But I need to dish out the sauce. I need to dish out this sauce. And then in the same pot, I'll cook the rice. That's how we cook jollof rice. We don't do dry jollof. This is Sierra Leonean jollof rice. This is spring onions I'm adding. Spring onions. You have to cook the sauce really dry. So you just take a spoonful when you're eating the rice. Just a spoonful and add it to the side of the rice, and then bon appetit. Guys, look, the sauce is ready. It's ready, so I'm gonna dish it out now. I'm gonna dish out the sauce and then add the rice to the pot. So guys, I dish out the sauce into this bowl. All the sauce is inside this bowl, so I'm gonna take this bowl now out. And then I'm going to add a little bit. There is a little bit of sauce in the bowl. I'm going to just add a little bit of water, hot water, yeah, from the kettle. hot water and then add the rice. I've added the rice into the pot. The rice is pre-cooked anyway, and I'm using the easy cook, long grain easy cook rice from one of those big supermarket. So this is the rice. I've added it. To make it easier, I use the pre-cooked rice so that it will not take too long to this thing. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of water again. And then I'll leave it to cook. That's the finished product of my jollof rice, Sierra Leonean style. Bon appetit. I'm gonna dish now and then see how I arrange the plate. You can add vegetables like carrot in there. You can add plantain. You can use it with plantain as well. You know, whatever your choice, your sides, you can just put it by the side and then have your jollof rice. That's how we make our jollof rice. It has to have sauce. It's not dry.